This video, I want to talk about my experiences with schizophrenia and psychosis. People often don't want to, reveal their true feelings about this. People deal with it very intimidated and, knocked down by society, and so this stigma attached to it. But it can be pretty common. From my experience, it's almost like people who grew up in rough childhood experiences and gone through a lot of economic stress and always broken home, all those things add up to a lot of split feelings about themselves. It's almost like the reality is trapped into their mind, how they see things, and it gets really scrambled and confused up there. But from my experience and from what I've read about it, I took a lot of time to read about all this stuff, try to figure out what's going on with me. But I find as though it's almost like it's a constant thing where the brain is super hyperactive and almost wants to dig into information all over the place. And then what I find is hear about universities, how they teach these high level students to think a certain way, but I find people with schizophrenia and maybe even psychosis think this way automatically, how they piece together information with the hyperactive brain and put it all together like a network, and it becomes very complicated. In some ways, it almost overcomplicates things and makes real life and common sense type decisions and survival a little bit more difficult, because the brain operates in a complicated way. Meanwhile, the simple way, simple and maybe even logical type thing, doesn't exactly fit together. So it's almost, it builds up a thing where, so the piece together things like a network, it's almost an ability to think super outside the box and have a creative mind where and put things together almost like a builder. Though you notice in society, people that, where the way the world works and the way schools teach you is just to go on a straight line. Everything's controlled, rigid, and it really limits the creative ability and the creative mind, especially now with increasing economic stress and all these things. There's very limited space and freedom to properly put those thoughts together and put them into action and build things. So it leaves people with schizophrenia and other related things like psychosis trapped into a box, if you will, meanwhile they're more suitable to fit outside the box and build and create things. So I hope that cleared up things, but it does add up to a lot of other things, the stigmas attached to it, and anxiety and depression when you constantly get faced with people that don't understand you and won't put the effort to understand you and constantly degrade you. It's hard, but this video and other videos I'm going to add to this channel are going to be meant for revealing my experiences with it and dealing with other people that were experiencing this similar things, and how we can kind of shed some light on it from a person that actually experiences it rather than someone who just went to school and read books about it. So thank you for watching, and have a great day.